Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early mornings, LALATE, the 6:30 edition, the bottom of the hour. You're at the bottom of the hour, so you must have been at the Calcino at 6 o'clock. You missed the earlier show? Well, it's available still if you missed it. But I'm so glad you joined. A lot of exciting news this morning, and all eyes on one state, Georgia. They're all concerned about the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, though. They're focused on those two Senate seats, and those two Senate seats can determine your stimulus. How big, how bold and beautiful, and how delicious. Well, get that bacon ready because we're about to have a great morning. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LA. How are you? You crushed the week. Now you're about to crush the weekend. Get that coffee ready. Get that toast and the butter. And I'm here. You're here. And big, bold, beautiful stimulus could be coming your way if two seats in Georgia go Democratic. Even more stimulus than your heart could ever imagine. And I'm not being facetious. It's incredible, great news. And I'm so excited for you on this new day as we start focusing on second stimulus, third stimulus, and a first stimulus all right here. Go to the first channel, subscribe, because you're going to get through this pandemic together. Also, like this video. It's just a great day, and boy, there's so much coming up, and I'll be going over why this big move to get big stimulus is now focusing on Georgia. And ultimately, if the two seats do not go the way we want, you're still going to get stimulus. It may not be as robust as these numbers I'm about to deliver to you, and boy, they're great. Oh, and over there, that's a live chat. Yes, there's a live super chat going on while this video is debuting. If you're watching it at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's a lot of fun. You can chat with your Purple Power buddies in the right. That's over here on the right. If you're watching when this video debuts at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, chat, share things, super chat. And thank you for the people who super chatted last night in Purple Power Live. That was a big broadcast. It went 33 minutes. I lost count. I had a lot of fun. You know, when I'm losing track of time, that's a good thing. The camera was losing battery life as well. People from Nicaragua, Mexico, Brazil, Bahamas, and then a few Philippines also tuned in as well. So about 6 international viewers. Very exciting. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start the new morning is that there's all eyes focusing on Georgia. Georgia 2 Senate races that can ultimately determine the power and the magnitude of your stimulus. You're going to get stimulus. You're still going to get stimulus. It's coming right away. It's coming in a robust form, but it could be absolutely overwhelming form if 2 Senate seats go Democrat. Why is this happening? The 2 seats in Georgia are the result of a Georgia rule that requires a Senate candidate to get at least a 50% win on election night. No one got that. So both Senate races are now going to runoffs. We learned yesterday evening, Friday evening. What's a runoff? It means where they go back in and they vote again. The citizens of the state vote again for those 2 Senate candidates. Well, there's 2 Republican incumbents and 2 Democratic challengers. This is how the math works. The Senate currently is 50% Democrat, 50% Republican. And so with 2 seats open, if both seats go Democrat, then, excuse me, I just said the wrong opening numbers wrong. Let me see it this way. If the 2 seats go Democrat, then the Senate is 50% Republican, 50% Democrat. If one of the seats don't, then the Republicans hold the majority in the Senate. So what does this mean? If the Senate falls, if the Senate goes 50-50, then Mitch McConnell is no longer the majority, the majority of the Senate majority leader, because Kamala Harris would just come in and vote as the vice president always does and break the tiebreaker. So you have 50% Republicans, 50% Democrats, and she would break the tiebreaker on any bill, which means that Joe Biden can basically write any bill he wants and get anything he wants in a Democratic presidency, Democratic House, and Democratic Senate. This is what happened the first 2 years of the term of President Trump. He had both houses of Congress, so he's able to pass enormous tax laws tax cuts. This happened the first 2 years of the Obama administration. He was able to pass incredible things for healthcare. And so this was what would happen with Joe Biden if those 2 Senate seats go Democrat. And what does this mean? It means that all eyes are on the focusing on the races between GOP Senator David Perdue and Democrat challenger John Ossoff, and GOP incumbent Senator Kelly Loeffler and Democrat challenger Raphael Warnock. What's important to understand is that Perdue is a first-time senator and former business executive, and he's facing Ossoff, a former journalist who lost a tight, high-profile House special election in 2017. The races are absolutely critical because this is what could happen. Let me explain. If the races both go Democratic, you would see hazard pay at $10,000, not $4,000 or $3,000. You'd see FPUC at $600 a week, not $300 or $400 a week. You would see UI and PUA extended as long as needed, all the way, to potentially middle or late next year. Without those Senate seats, you may see them only going to like middle of next year. You would see the Lifeline grant, $50,000. Yes, without those seats, you would not see that grant. You may see the remainder of the $10,000 EIDL loan, $10,000 EIDL grant. You may not see it with those 2 Senate seats. So it just keeps on getting bigger and bolder. And what's incredibly exciting is that this could be coming to you. Now, one thing that is clearly not dependent on those 2 Senate seats is stimulus checks now, not stimulus checks over time. What's important to understand is that CARES Act 1 money that's sitting around at SBA, that CARES Act 1 money, that's about $800 billion, that's about a $5,000 stimulus check, that's really not dependent on the Georgia Senate races. I'll explain to you why. Because that check would not be pulling funds from Treasury. It would not be raising the national debt. The money is already out of Treasury. It's already in the hands of SBA, and so it just needs to be purpose for a stimulus check. So ultimately, those Georgia races don't really impact that check. They would impact future checks in next year, because Joe Biden says he needs to keep on giving checks until the pandemic's over and do bills until the pandemic's over. Senator Harris, now VP-elect Harris, said $2,000 a month every month for 6 months until the pandemic improves or unemployment goes away. Well, guess what? I don't think in a GOP Senate you could see something that robust. You might see something smaller, but not something that robust. And that's why that money from CARES Act that is currently at SBA, to repurpose that is sort of the no-brainer. No one in the Republicans that I could ever see would oppose that, and no one I can see in the Democrats would ever oppose that. The only people that would oppose that is someone who wants to use it for something other than you. And there's always one of those people. And so it's important to understand is that you can get that money, you're owed that money, you should get that money. And that's not dependent on the Senate races. But the real issue as you sit here today is how much of this could be coming to you and which of it is contradictory and which is not. Well, the great news is almost none of it's contradictory. You can get almost all of it if you qualify. So SSI, $2,400. That's incredible. All the way to December 2021, plus a 20% increase, plus an add-on every year, a 20% increase every year, plus another add-on based upon a new indexer every year. That could be yours. Then stimulus check, that could be yours. Then unemployment. If you go on unemployment, that could be yours. If you need an EIDL loan or grant and you're in an independent contract, that could be yours. It just keeps on coming. It's just a good morning. I mean, it's just like sirloin's like, can I have some of this? No, well, you're a cow. He's like, oh, I don't want to get anything. Unlike sirloin, you get a lot of stuff, and that's what's categorically incredible. So, I mean, what's going on then with Georgia? Well, this is the strange rub, which is hard to explain to a lot of viewers. Viewers ask me, do you see the check going out before tomorrow? Do you see the check going out yesterday? See the check going out 3 days ago? What's Mitch doing? What's she doing? What's he doing? What's they doing? And what I said in Purple Barrel Live last night is like, these people, you cannot predict them. You cannot predict Mitch, you cannot predict Nancy, you cannot predict Donald, because they say something 5,000 times between Monday and Tuesday, and then come Tuesday, it never happens. And then Or they say they're going to do something on Wednesday, and when you get it, it's not what they said they were going to do. It actually excludes the thing that they said they were going to do. How many times did these people tell us they're going to have an eviction moratorium in their bill? And how many times was it not in their bill? Um, every Republican has always promised you an eviction moratorium and yet could not get it reduced to a bill. And so the president had to step in and fix it by executive order. It's also confusing to me, and I'm sure it's even more confusing to you, that why are things that you're supposed to obviously get being held up? Other things make no sense to me. You're sitting here and the eviction moratorium is expiring in December. The mortgage forbearance expiring in December. Unemployment expiring in December. Do you see anyone doing standalone bills for this? No. Do you see anyone doing a standalone bill for eviction moratorium? No. Do you see anyone, saying, hey, we have this problem in just a few weeks? No. Do you see anyone planning their holiday vacation? Oh, yeah. They're crush the holidays, crush the Tahitian villa with the Mai Tai. It's just, I don't know what's going on with these crazy wacko people. So people always ask me, can you tell me what's going on with the wacko people? Explain to me why they're doing what they're doing wacko. No, that's why they're wacko. They're just crazy. And then my favorite crazy person of the week, looking back on last week on Friday and Thursday, was, of course, you know who I'm about to say. She had a press conference, of course. I haven't held a press conference in like 5 seconds. Let me hold another press conference. So she held a press conference. And during that press conference, she said, my bill. What's so weird is that her bill bears no resemblance now to Joe Biden's bill. Joe Biden's bill is nowhere even close to her bill. And she's still talking about her bill like it's some beautiful work of art that she did in her basement while sipping $20 ice cream. It's just so weird. Her bill does not have hazard pay in it. Her bill does not have Social Security $200 a month. Her bill does not have Social Security increases up to 20%. Her bill does not. Should I keep on going? What does her bill have? Oh, Andrew and Gavin, of course. Yeah, that's what it has. So she's really, Andrew and Gavin is just, so every time she talks about her bill, I'm like, do you not know, honey, that no one agrees with your bill, not even the leader of your party now? It's just every time. So you want me to explain that? I can't explain that. I hope you can explain it. I can't explain it. Then I get questions about Donald. Do you think he'll do executive order? Yeah, he can do executive order down to January 24th. Will he do executive order? As someone said in the comments yesterday when someone else asked that question, of course not. What is his mindset? What, golf? What else is his mindset? Golf. And do you see him doing executive order? Not if it's not on the golf course, no. And he's holding it in his hand on the golf course. No, I don't see him doing the executive order. Do you see him caring about our stimulus relief? No. Do you see him doing any type of stimulus relief between now and January? No. Do you see him even talking about stimulus? No. No, unless it, no, I don't see it. So there's always someone that says, well, Biden this and Biden that. Okay, well, go talk about the guy that's playing golf. I don't see him doing your stimulus either. So we remain focused. We remain on point. We remain positive. We remain smiling. And we're going to get through this together. Go to the Friends channel, subscribe, because we're going to get through this together. Also, like this video. Coming up at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is Morning to LA. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay in LA for more.